So you guys getting them on there? Okay.
Probably.
Well, you can't because it blocks these other ones. You have to have it so it's not touching the other ones. So it's got to be freed up that way too. As long as this matches that, and it does. But does it match that too? No, it doesn't. So that one can't go. So you have to find another spot for that one because they have to match.
Match both sides?
If you put it there, it's got to match both sides.
Okay.
And make sure that's still. Yeah, that's a quarter.
You put it right here. There you go.
There you go. You have that now. So
So
that's the picture representation of a quarter in the fraction.
Does Larson get to go right?
Three. That's a third. That'd be 2/3 and 3/4. So that one wouldn't match there. This, if you reduce this down, there you go. Because you reduce that down, that's the reduced form of that fraction, right? Because you divide 2, 6 divided by 2 is 3, 8 divided by 2 is 4, so it's 3/4 equivalent. Now this is 2/3 here. Okay, not quite, because that 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice, this would be a half. So you're trying, it's kind of confusing because you're trying to look at and count these and see what they're equivalent to, so you're reducing them at the same time. Yeah, you got that.
Top one out, down.
This one here?
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you go this way and don't go that way.
Down.
This is a half. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Yep, that's the reduced form of 2/6. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 6 3 times. So this one, if anyone has, so we have 4 and 4 8, 2/8 or 1/4. That's a half and that's a third. The third, you could have had it there, but this would block into that, unless this would be the same thing as the third, but it's not. That's the only time you can kind of get them into that spot. Yeah.
I'll send it right here, but you can't.
Yeah, it's close. So you either have a full one or have. Oh, I see it. You see it? You get to reduce one of the fractions down because I can see where it's at, but you have to reduce the fraction down. So one of these are if you divide a number into a number. Okay, look on the other side. Look kind of where Justin's at. You see it? Okay, it's not the picture though, it's not the picture representation, it's the actual fraction itself. Okay. Well, but that one works, you would be into that one, but look at, there's another one that plays off the other end.
So what does this one grab?
So if one was there, it would have to match that one too on the other side. So I don't know if that one would come out correctly or not.
This dominoes is confusing. You can give me regular bones and I can beat everybody here.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. Well, it's confusing because you're trying to figure out the fraction and reducing the form of it, and you're looking at two different things. But the purpose of it is to kind of just get more practice so it becomes a little more automatic. Because we've been doing these calculations on the simple interest. So the more familiar you get with what these fractions are equivalent to, and we're continuing to work on this, trying to figure out the equivalencies of the fraction and then the decimal point value. So that's why we're kind of going through this to try to practice that. So 1/6. Let's see, maybe let's do this that way. This is 2/8, which would be reduced down to 1/4. So you're almost to that one.
I don't know where this 4/6 came up.
Yeah, I don't know. So think about reducing that one down. So 4/6, 2 goes into 4 twice, so 2 goes in there for 2/3.
2/3.
There you go. Yep. 4/6. Oh, so you so you can go up. So con 1. Alright, so he's going for second place. So yeah, that's good. Half right there. So you can play off this one for half.
But
Oh,
now you're doing it.
this end, no.
Oh.
Okay. And then this one you can go off that one because that's a full one there. Let's see if we can get it finished up.